But basically, until that, like, up until that dream, I had been, like, pre-trib. For those of you who don't know the term, pre, post, or mid-trib. That's like, basically, the version of the rapture you believe is going to happen. Because a lot of people believe the rapture is going to happen before the Great Tribulation, which is all the plagues and everything. Some people believe that it's going to happen in the middle of the tribulation, the mid-trib rapture, and some believe it'll happen once it's already mostly over, which I still don't fully understand that concept, and that's why I'm not post-trib. But up until this dream, I was pre-trib, because it just made the most sense. A lot of Bible verses talking about Jesus's, it sounds so weird, promise to his people that we would be delivered from his wrath, or God's wrath at the end of the world, basically. But really, the thing that just keeps me mid-trib, there's a gnat in my face, is the fact that there's a trumpet blast. And nowhere else but Matthew 24:31 does the rapture itself get described with a trumpet blast. So it's like, the Revelation is like the, pretty much the core book in the Bible that talks about the end of the world. There's plenty of other biblical prophecy throughout the entire Bible about the end, but the Revelation itself is sort of like the overview of it, like in general. And there aren't any other trumpets but the 7 trumpets in the middle of the tribulation. And as far as I can remember, the 7th trumpet itself is like, it just seems a little odd to me that each of the trumpet judgments has its own specific, like, big plague of some sort. But the 7th one, as I recall, just talks about storms, earthquakes, like, and hail maybe. I don't know. Again, I'm not a Bible scholar here. And I don't have a Bible in my hands right now. I was dumb. I should have grabbed one. But it's like, I don't remember there being like a really main plague for the 7th trumpet. But what I do remember is that when the 7th trumpet is blown, I believe I read this. If I'm wrong, somebody can correct me, or if you don't feel the need to, then don't, because I'll just feel dumb. I'll look it up later. But, the 7th trumpet, like, the angels in heaven are singing and rejoicing and making mention of the saints, like, the time has come for the saints to be given their reward, or something like that, for the saints to be rewarded. And to me, that says they don't have to be on earth anymore. The saints are getting taken to heaven. But that's just me. So it's like, there aren't any other trumpets mentioned in the Revelation but the 7 trumpets. And Matthew 24:31, which I firmly believe mentions the rapture, blatantly states that the angels are coming to get us at the sound of a trumpet. If it is indeed one of the 7 trumpets, I would say it's the last of the 7 trumpets, because the rest of them, it doesn't make any mention of that except for plagues. Just plagues, plagues, plagues. And the 7th one, it's just like storms and an earthquake or something, which isn't like a plague as much as the same kind of stuff that's already been going on. So you gotta assume there's something else special about the 7th trumpet. So my guess is that it's going to happen in the middle, and that doesn't necessarily go against any of Jesus's... I hate making Jesus possessive, because some people put an apostrophe S, and some people put an apostrophe after the S, and just leave it, whatever. I don't feel like if the rapture is in the middle of the tribulation that it goes against any promise that Jesus made to us, because for us to be delivered out of God's wrath, I mean, maybe we'll go through part of it and then be taken out of the worst of it. And I mean, I feel like it's totally an okay thing to me that God would test all of His saints just one last time, like with an ultimate, well, test of faith to make sure we're genuine as much as possible. Because if we're just waiting and waiting and waiting and poof, we're gone, then it seems like it's way easier for some of the saints to fall away if we're just waiting and waiting and there's nothing else to really urge us on. So if we go through like half of the tribulation and really realize, oh wow, it's the end, we have to stand up and really push, then I feel like we'd be a lot more worthy to be raptured. But again, that's just me. It's my opinion. Agree, disagree, whatever. Comment if you feel like it. But anywho, that's really all I've got to say right now. I'll make a video at some point of the only other dream following that one that I can remember really well, that I feel like is pretty apocalyptic. It was, again, the next one is pretty brief, and it's just a different perspective on disaster, I guess. But I'll get to that another time, because this is a long thing. I think, what, this is 4 videos now? I don't even know. It's only supposed to be 2. If I could condense it to 1, that'd be a miracle. But, so that's all I gotta say right now. Thank you for all the subscribers, all the messages, comments. It's really encouraging. This summer's been a little bit messy for me, so just to know that I've got something going that's kind of my own little thing, and people are involved, and people are watching, and people are encouraged by it. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel useful. But again, it's not about me. I want people to know what God has shown me, what I feel, what I firmly believe God has shown me. And call me preachy, call me whatever. I call me a reluctant prophet, I guess. Because, well, I mean, my Christian friends are basically telling me that if I'm having these dreams, and if they're frequent enough to remember a good handful of them, then I guess that makes me a prophet. So it's a little weird to accept that sort of thing, but hey, it happens. So I'll just keep doing what I do and hope that something good comes out of it. So thank you for commenting. I'll try to keep this as updated as possible. Again, I've got a job, I've got other crap going on that I'm not a big fan of, so I'm going to try as much as possible to make time for this. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Something I meant to add to my last dream explanation about the Rapture dream is this drawing that I did the day after the dream. I like to draw. It's not that detailed by any means. I can't really focus that well, but not in color or anything. But these here would be the clouds, and this would be the spiral of fire / angels coming from the sky, beams of light everywhere. Very, very light buildings here in the corner. This little circle is kind of the sun. Like, it seems like I remember seeing the sun, almost like it was sunset, and I could actually see the sun apart from this other light, and this light just overcame everything. And these are angels. You probably can't see that. While I was getting taken up to the sky in the dream, this is basically what I was seeing. The flames breaking apart, picking people up, taking them into the sky. All these people were screaming. But yeah, I drew this the day after I had the dream. And I forgot to mention that. I don't know if it would help, but just in case.